Welcome folks, I am Jaby Koay, joined by Katrina, the ALYSHA, Katrisha. We're gonna look at Spider-Man 3, how it should have ended the original version.
Yes.
So, I am doing this even though it's a video that's over 10 years old at this point. Holy moly. Because Spider-Man, new Spider-Man movie's coming out at some point soon. I thought that this could be a fun thing to like revisit. You know, the classic,
the Tobey Maguire
the very
days.
first Spider-Man that most of you are familiar with, even though he's not the first Spider-Man ever. There's been others. There's been other Peter Parkers, but he's the one that people associate as the first. Even the music's different.
I'm digging it.
Whoa, like even the quality is like super old school. 240p, like I can't even get this in 1080p. This is super old school.
It's crazy.
Back when YouTube didn't have HD. Classic. And doing the credits just like Spider-Man.
It's so good.
This is interesting because it's before they got into like that system. Because like obviously their stuff is amazing, but like it's kind of in a way it's kind of a machine in a way because they're like able to turn these things out and there's like a rhythm to it. It seems like this predates the rhythm.
When they were still figuring it out.
Hey there, it's me, Peter Parker. Your friendly neighborhood, you know. I've come a long way after being bit by a spider. Before, nothing went right for me. Now, people really like me.
I actually dig the animation. It's so like...
I'm the top of my class. I'm even in love with the girl of my dreams.
Spider-Man, will you stop narrating, please?
What?
You were narrating. It's kind of unnecessary.
Unnecessary? But how are people going to know what I've been up to all this time?
Spider-Man, we're not idiots. Just go and do your thing.
Oh, well, all right then. But what if I need to tell the audience something about...
No narrating!
I like that.
Little kid just told
I'm
you.
gonna ask MJ to marry me.
Oh, that reminds me of a long, boring story about your uncle who only feels guilty and make the wrong decisions in life.
There's a change in the silicon mass.
Yeah, it's probably just a bird.
Here's a bright idea. Why don't you make sure it's a bird before you mutate the crap out of something just because you were too lazy to safely run this nighttime sand mutation experiment?
Fine.
That's all we're asking.
Science, man.
That's all we're
Science.
asking
There's a
for.
big bird down there. Kind of looks like a guy. Oh wait, that is a guy down there.
You don't understand. I have a daughter. She's sick. That makes it okay for me to break them off. I'm not a bad person. Oh no, it's Gwen.
What?
Oh,
What's
no.
she doing up there?
She's trying not to fall to her death, you idiot. Why don't you show a little concern? What is it with fathers being completely brainless in this picture?
What do you mean? But I don't know. You and me, the ring, your red hair, I'm Spider-Man.
Get ready.
Because you cried too much, okay? I didn't even want to do this.
You freaking annoying. You can't do this.
Because I'm Batman. Dude, it's cool. What the heck was that? Peter Parker just did a Saturday Night Fever strut across our window. I know, but why? I'm not sure, but I was afraid something like this would happen. What do you mean? Have you seen this?
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh. The night your father died, I cleaned his wound. The blade that pierced his body came from his glider. There's no question, your father died by his own hand. You are so fired. What? You've known that all this time. You picked now to tell me? I thought this would be the best time to tell you the truth. I took a grenade to the face, dude.
Hey, Parker.
Eddie! Wait, why do you have that scary Venom face if you're just gonna peel it back when you talk?
Because this way I get more face time.
That's lame.
You're lame, and I'm gonna kill your girlfriend.
Oh, there's a big surprise. Out of all the dastardly plots you could put together, you want to threaten my girlfriend. Just like every other villain I've encountered. Seriously? You rush in here like you can take me? This is my 3rd movie. Spider-Man Tres, amigo. You think they're gonna kill me off? No. Look, do you know of any movies where they kill the title character off at the end?
Donnie Darko. Old Yeller. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Hang on, dude. Coming for you, old buddy, old friend. I'm just saying, there's only one way this is gonna go down. It happens every time. We'll fight for a bit, you'll tear my mask, but in the end, I'm just gonna leap out of the way and you're gonna do something that makes you kill yourself.
Or maybe I'm gonna kill you and your girlfriend, because I'm awesome and you've met your match.
Fly away, pretty bird. No sand mutation for you tonight.
Oh, I can't wait to help our best friend in the whole wide world. I promise you, things are already in motion. You still have a chance to walk away here. Here I come, Pete. I'll help you save the day. No matter what, I'll help you burn.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Quit talking like you're in control, Parker. You're just a bug trapped in the web. Oh, dang, he was telling the truth.
Yeah, happens every time.
You punched me in the face earlier.
What?
What?
You've taken your eye off the ball. Avenge me!
What the hell?
What?
That's so random. This is so fascinating because we're really seeing like a startling contrast between the two.
Huge contrast.
Yeah, in terms of the style, like today it moves so much faster. It gets right to the point. Even the fast forward stuff is faster.
Yeah, they just obviously found their niche, like, you know, and they,
the rhythm.
Yeah, and they like fell into that, you know. Like this is what, 12 years ago. It's crazy to see the jump in like their quality, you know?
Yeah, the quality of the pace, everything. I think that happens with everything though. I mean, I don't know if that's just a byproduct of the times or that's just what naturally happens. Like if you go back and watch earlier seasons of Friends, it's so much slower pace than the later seasons. Like watch season 1 and 10 back to back. It's so different. The rhythm of it all, the way it's lit, the music, it's so different. For my show, you know, if you go back just 3 years ago, the pacing of the editing is so different than the pacing of the editing now, where I just try to keep it moving along, you know? I really enjoyed seeing this almost like a blast of the past, because
that was so Tobey Maguire.
Right, that's true.
That was such a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I actually dig this classic animation style. I think it's cute.
I like his big feet, like the kind of disproportions, like their hands are really large, you know?
The wit has been consistent. It's been just consistently that good.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of floored at how consistent it is, and I didn't know when the Batman-Superman thing became a thing. Obviously, it's been a thing for a long time.
For a while.
By the time this came out, they were already established as jokes within the How It Should Have Ended universe.
Yes.
I feel like I just gotta go back and like watch the earliest ones. This is super cool.
This is a lot of fun though.
I like the Stan Lee reference that they made.
Why are all the dads so he was so frustrated? That was so good.
The bat phone was awesome.
Yes.
And I didn't know about the Spider-Man dancing meme.
Oh, you've never seen that?
No, is it?
That was a thing.
Okay.
That was a very popular like GIF meme that was around. I remember it being everywhere. Spider-Man dancing.
The part where the butler goes, "Your dad died by his own hand," and he goes, "You're fired." You waited this long? I took a grenade to the face. You waited that long to tell me?
You're done.
Yeah. It's like,
Out of here.
It's like, it just seemed like the right time. I don't know.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the humor and the wit, it's still so good. So much fun.
The only part that didn't tickle me was the very end part.
It was a little slow.
It was a little, yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm so used to How It Should Have Ended now. Back then, it was like, there was like this kind of long back and forth of like, yeah, you know, we've been through this. I know how this goes. Blah, blah, blah. But the very ending thing with the pigeon, avenge me! I thought that was great.
It was silly. I like it. I like little silly blurbs like that.
I wonder if How It Should Have Ended can revisit this kind of style of animation. Because I think what's happened is, especially with YouTube, you kind of have to find a way to streamline everything. This, even though it looks more, dare I say, archaic compared to today, the motion is far more complex than what you see in the current How It Should Have Ended. And I think that has a lot to do with, we got to get this done as efficiently as possible. We have to move quick, and so the movements are a lot simpler. There's a lot less complexity in the movement.
But this is like they've got more of that, like more of that
Exactly.
complexity. Like it's so cool.
That's interesting to be able to talk about the different nuances in how they animated the How It Should Have Ended videos. I didn't even realize they were around this long. You know, YouTube channels, it's like this thing where you discover this channel that has 5 million subscribers one day. You're like, what? When did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, how did I
Where's
miss
that been?
that boat?
How did I not jump on this?
Yeah, MKBHD, for instance. You know who he is? He's a tech dude.
Okay.
Well, I learned about him when the red phone started to become a huge thing, and he was the first one to have a video showing the red phone. And I was like, who is this guy? Why did he get this access to this phone? This like secret phone that no one has touched yet. Why is he the first one? And he had like 3 million subscribers already or something crazy. I'm like, how have I never heard about this person? I've been watching Linus Tech Tips and Unbox Therapy. How have I not heard about this guy before? But that's just what happens sometimes. That happens with my channel. Like people learn about me.
There's so much out there.
Yeah, exactly. People learn about me. They're like, I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know people. You've been looking at videos for 3 years, and then people will hit me up on Twitter like, I just discovered your channel. I binge watched all your stuff. I'm like, thanks.
First of all, thank you.
That's in reference to my primary channel,
Yeah.
or to the other channel, not this American channel. In any case, this is a lot of fun. Thank you, How It Should Have Been, for allowing us to react to this.
Yes.
This was a cool blast of the past for
So
two
much
reasons.
fun.
You know, for both the movie and the How It Should Have Ended series. I really appreciate this. And I'm actually intrigued to go back and watch all the earlier stuff of How It Should Have Ended now.
Yeah.
So, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please check out KATRINA ALYSHA on the social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, vlogs, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
KATRINA ALYSHA.
Peace out.